Staff Room Monologues, in association with the National Union of Teachers.
The Road Ahead is a monologue that reminds us that teachers have home lives and personal tragedies. It's a very touching piece and sparkles of humour and is very well crafted and is written by a head teacher from London. I hope you enjoy it.
I love the sound of a 3.5 litre naturally aspirated V6 cylinder engine. It delivers 272 brake horsepower at 6,000 RPM and goes from 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds. The SLK 350. Durable, dependable, and beautiful. It's one piece of engineering that will not let you down. So I bought one in silver. My only complaint, to tell the truth, is that it stands out a bit in the staff car park. I told my lovely daughter about the car today. She was absolutely livid. Oh my God. First her face just went bright red, and then she started trembling and her arms went rigid. 30,000, she screamed at me, with her teeth bared and her face contorted. So what's changed? What? We don't have to be careful anymore. Sorry, love, I just fell in love with her. £30,000 for a car? We only live 6 minutes from the school. Try walking. Then she screwed up her eyes like she used to when she was a toddler. I've got 4 years of university to get through. I've got gap years, student debts. I stopped listening. I didn't dare tell her it was nearer 37k. I'd planned to be sensible and buy the 200, you know, the basic compressor, but I just fell in love with the 350. The salesman knew it too. Let's just try it out. Let's just try it out. Jesus, that's like giving you half an hour in bed with Brad Pitt and then expecting you to go back to your husband. Did I like it? Effing bloody mind-bogglingly fantastic. It's worth it. It's worth every penny. I'd pay double. I turned to the salesman. Apart from an incident in a Mini Cooper S when I was just 17, I think I've had my first automotive orgasm. He winked at me. It's obviously a common occurrence in the 350. Not going back to the Astra. Sail in the back. I suppose I should have been a bit more understanding. It's been just the two of us for so long, and Layla's got a whole life ahead of her. She expects her mother to be sensible, not selling off the family silver to buy a roadster. To tell the truth, I've always been like that. Bloody do-gooder, Miss Sensible, Miss Do your homework, Miss Make something of yourself. I was always saying, life is serious. You've got to work, you've got to make plans. Invest in your own future. And a consultant comes along with some test results. Hardly looking at me, just another middle-aged woman, and tells me, as he's told many before, no doubt, that something on the scan might just take it all away. Lovely Layla. Lovely sky. Lovely year 10 bottom set science group. Lovely life. might all just be taken away by a pea-sized tumour with anger management issues. I was in with my Year 10 science group. They're a lovely lot. I'm always on at them to take time with science, you know, think about it, enjoy it. Vicky's my challenge, bless her. She just sits there with a face like an old ashtray, says, "I don't get it, miss." So I'm doing my best. I've got these 9 kids in swivel chairs, and we're being the solar system. And we're moving and swiveling and turning, and we're trying to see how Galileo proved that, you know, the Earth went round the sun. And I'm grinning all over. It matters, you know, the big picture. Getting them to see the big picture, the past, all of it. Getting them to see not what it means, but that it matters. And Vicky's sitting there, and she says, "I still don't get it, miss." "What don't you get, Vicky?" "It's got nothing to do with me, miss." "Right," I say. "It's only the solar system." What has it got to do with her? Vicky just doesn't want to know about the solar system. She's got other things on her mind, has Vicky. We all have. I took Layla out for a spin at lunchtime. She loved it. Top down, country lanes, going way too fast. She was screaming, with tears running down her face. We stopped under a tree. It's one of those mother and daughter moments. Perfect it was. We sat there in the dapple shade and stared straight ahead. I was going to say, I really was. I was going to tell her, but it would have ruined our afternoon, and there might not be afternoons like that anymore. After lunch, I had one of those moments. I call them a derricks after Layla's dad because they scared me. You know, blind terror and fear and all that. I was in the corridor, and I had to hold myself against the wall. I was looking down, breathing deeply, staring at the familiar, cheap, matte, grey-blue carpet, all tar spots and gum. I was feeling terrible. And there's a girl coming along the corridor. I'm thinking, am I crying or am I not? I don't know. She breezed past. It's Vicky. She asked me if I'm all right, and I said I was, and then she reached out and touched my forearm. Human touch. I burst into tears. I try to regain myself, and I see that she's got her trainers on again. So I'm saying to her through rolling tears, "Where are your shoes, Vicky?" And she looks at me with real shock. "Miss," she says, "there's more important things in life than shoes." And off she goes.
My name is Oliver Blond. I'm the head teacher of the Henrietta Barnett School in North London. One idea really inspired the story, and that's that in a school you have people who have difficult personal lives, who might have all sorts of things going on outside of school that people in school don't know about, and yet they come in and often do a difficult day job at the same time, and yet they maintain their sense of humour, their sense of perspective, and they manage to do all of this, and it's really, I think, a story about someone like that. I came across it on a BBC website and then had a look at the Teachers TV website, and there's a lot of useful information, and one of the monologues on the website by Tony Marchant, having a read of that gave me more the confidence to go for it, because it was, you know, you sometimes as a teacher you might not spend all your time actually doing the things you're asking kids to do, so it's quite good to have a go yourself, and it was that idea really, the idea of, you know, well, let's have a go and send it off. So the difficult thing was finding the time to do it.
Do that now. Are we going to do that now?
Why I enjoy the writing is part of it, and part that's cathartic, and part of it that's relaxing, is trying to be someone you're not and trying to think yourself into someone else's position. So it was just a character that's different from me, and trying to think myself into their story and their life situation. And it is a very different situation than my own, but I think the things that the character comes across are things that we all might come across, and so they're, you know, reasonably universal.
Yeah. You've got something you can look at there.
Still stay back.
Yeah.
And the most memorable thing for me has been to watch the actress bring the script to life. Because as you write the script and you see it on the page, it is dry and it is your own imagination, and to see it taken on by someone else and someone else's imagination is terrific. And it's just amazed me how, you know, an actress can just switch that on at the call of action and just and create that magic in very trying circumstances of a film set. I've been amazed by that.